The joy of live music is that it is three-dimensional. It wraps around you, it envelops you, and it holds you. We want the live music to be just another aspect of the show which breaks down the barrier between artist and audience. And for us, we feel it allows an audience to be more receptive to the other issues that are happening on stage. You become more free and easy with the quote-unquote dramatic parts of the show.
With African-inspired rhythms and drums, the MPAACT Theater Company uses music and movement as part of its storytelling. It's a concept that's unique in Chicago theater.
Art, particularly black theater, has so much range of what it could be, and that sometimes it falls a little short of that. Oddly enough, Chicago is one of the places that I find to be one of the most vibrant communities in terms of African-American theater. Our sort of niche is that our work tends to be further outside of the traditional sort of comfort zone of traditional African-American theater.
Hey man, of course.
Hey, wait a minute!
The subject matter tends to be far more provocative. We're not overly concerned with the backlash from pushing people outside of their comfort range. And so that allows us to really tackle sort of issues both in continental Africa and throughout the diaspora that we don't really, as a collective, see very much on other stages. So.
The only times more troubled are the moments when you are first cleaved from your mother's body and the moment when you are cleaved from your own.
Kosi Dasa, which we're doing now, is a piece, again, which is basically looking at our belief systems, who we invest our sort of collective authority in. It is theater in the ritualistic sense of the manner in which it has traditionally been used in African culture. So one of the first things that's striking about the play is the fact that it's an open circle as opposed to a closed circle.
$1 left.
He totally.
For this play, it's all about making the audience inclusive of the ritual. It is a play which is loaded with folklore and mythology and religious mythology and meshing and melding different belief systems together. There's a lot of use in terms of the dance aesthetic of East Indian dance. We recognize the really strong connections between African and Indian aesthetic forms and really wanted to bring those two aesthetics together in a piece.
The play Kosi Dasa is bursting with African-inspired imagery and themes. But in some productions, the African-centered message can be a bit more subtle.
We did a piece last year called Fascia, which for all intents and purposes looks like a traditional family drama, except that it's just layered and textured with Yoruba belief system. So the entire purpose of the play is to basically get you to look at the notion of the concept of what family is. Spiritually, you're looking at what multiple generations of family and how they impact on each other. If theater wasn't about being connected, you could watch TV. There's a whole reason why people will get out of their house and pay what people are asking to pay to go see a show. And it's because there's something that needs to be fed. There is a ritual of community that happens in theater that is so spiritually necessary. And the joy about it is that most people think about theater as this sort of one-way avenue. The sort of hope about what you leave with an MPAACT show is that you have shared a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-the-universe kind of thing, that today's show was today's show. And that show will never happen again.
I tried to feel something. Tried so hard, but I didn't feel nothing. And it made me think I ain't human no more because I can't feel.
What make you feel like that?
Yes, it does.
What make you think you're right? Cause you gotta find some way in your brain to justify that what you're doing is what your mama would want you to do.
And then inside that is like feeling everything at once. I mean, how can you feel everything and nothing at the same time?
You should feel like there's a right and a wrong. And you'll go to your grave defending your right to be right or wrong. Because the people we put our trust in tell us that we're doing it because we're worthy.
Alright, y'all, he's at the front door when I'm going in.
I don't know where you're going to be.
She said she'd be here when I got back.
I'm down here, baby! Come on, let's be surprised. Come on now. We just need to hide over here.
your mouth shut.
Welcome home, redneck. We just wanted a place for you that was suited to your needs.
Mama, you didn't have to.
I don't know grown man need to be moving to his mama's basement. When I was a young fella, that kind of man, no.
Come here, let Mama look at you.
Give me a hug. I missed you, Mama.
I missed you too. Corporal Stephen Dobson.
It's only 2 stripes. Don't make a big deal out of it.
I thought you was gonna be a lifer, boy. G, period, I, period, till you die, period, huh?
It was a job. I got up every morning, and at the end of the month, I got a check.
You sure you all right, boy?
As well as can be expected.
Everything looks better after a little home cooking and a 9-year-old baby.
Ma said he tried, but he couldn't get a flight in from D.C.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, he would have been here if he could have. It was his first big assignment.
He can't just pick up and run on a whim. He got responsibility.
So, little man, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm in Atlanta now.
So I hear.
He say it's for school, but his mama and me think he got him a woman down there.
Colonel? A woman? Don't nobody want that scrawny boy.
Is that it, Turtle? You got you a woman down there?
Now, how old do I have to be before I get to be called by my given name? Huh?
Is Dad old enough, Demetrius?
ATL, huh?
Yeah, it ain't no worse than yours.
It couldn't be.
Now, I know y'all ain't complaining about no weather. It is so much damn snow out there, a body can hardly drink. Do you know how hard it was to get to that airport?
And I appreciate it for one I do.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Rain, falling on top of snow, road slick, then it will freeze up and the stupid mother. Damn, fools in such a hurry, slip, snag all over the place, and it about looks like it's gonna storm today.
Well, there ain't much chance of an electrical storm this time of year.
I thought you was gonna be an engineer, not a damn meeting you out of.
You know they got many things in the Army, but they ain't got one of you.
Hey, you ought to think about coming down to Atlanta with me. You'll never know what might turn up.
Maybe. If I can't get nothing going.
When the wedding bells ring, we'll be on the first thing move.
Look, y'all need to quit, all right? I got classes, a room, a few friends.
Y'all think maybe he can get out of his first year? Oh, man. Same prescription?
From Dr. Johnny Walker.
Now,
All right. I'll be right back. Don't say nothing good till then.